Hi everyone, welcome back to Warframe. And the reason why I haven't really been uploading much lately is because I've batch recorded a bunch of stuff, so expect a few more things after this. Anyway, this is going to be about how to get Equinox, and I'm definitely not going to call it quick and easy this time, because it is one heck of a grind. Okay, so first thing you obviously need to do, as is the case with nearly every single one of my videos about this sort of stuff, is get to Uranus. I might still make a video about that, but I'm pretty sure I won't. You basically just go from planet to planet to planet and you get there. This is
You
mainly
must be feeling
just
guilty. Need to atone? I'll oblige. Let my gavel wring justice off your thin tin skull.
yeah, you have to kill Tail Regor or Tile Regor, however you say it. And I forgot to turn off transmission volumes because I had just played the whatever the sacrifice prologue was. I think it was apostasy or something. And I had it on so I could hear what the characters are saying there. Normally I have it off all the time because it's better for recording, and also I'm just sick of nearly everything everyone says, oddly enough, though not really a Lad V. For some reason I don't get annoyed at his lines so much. Anyway, I'm going to mainly show you how to get to Teal Regor because sometimes they can be a bit of, the map may end up spawning a bit tricky to get to him, and I'm going to show you how to get past that. And also, as well as that, just the general tactics to use to fight him. So, first off, you will need Arcwing, otherwise you can't really even access much of this tile set at all. I know this isn't actually Arcwing, this is underwater, not in space, dubbed Sharkwing by the community, their little nickname. But you will need it, because as you see here, I've just spawned underwater, and if I didn't have this, I could not swim for some reason. That doesn't really make that much sense. Right. So here we are out of the water. Also, I've brought one of my cavets along this time. Not totally worth it. Here's a different one. This one's a different one called Haze. They're both Smeater though. I mainly got a second one so I could have one of them have the moonless cavet fur pattern. So it looks like one of the cavets you would find in the derelict when you actually are going to hunt for them. Maybe make a video about that as well, how to actually hunt for them. Oh yeah, that freaky noise, don't worry about it. It's spoilers for some of the stuff if you haven't completed the second dream and that kind of stuff. But I won't spoil what it is. Ah, crap. Okay, so you may have seen what that was, and I may have accidentally spoiled it right there, but at least you don't know exactly what the blue thing is. And I'm not going to tell you because you can look it up from other YouTubers and the wiki, and you might not want to know what that is all about, or why the lotus is shimmering and purple and not like she usually is. I'll leave that all up to you. So anyway, so far, the path to get to Teal Regor hasn't been complicated at all, which is quite good. I like that. Well, I kind of like it. In a way, I like that because easier for me to get there, less time spent traversing the hallways and underground caverns and whatnot of Uranus. Yes, I know, every time I say it, that could be considered quite a rude joke about asses. Anyway, and just makes it easier to get to Teal Regor. And now comes the tactics on how to face him. So he will come down, do his little intro, and generally what you want to do is shoot him in the face, preferably with a high damage weapon, and dodge his attacks. It's actually quite easy to do, because I'm pretty sure he won't actually shoot you too much if you don't really go too close to him. Yeah, so what will happen now after shooting him a bit is he will shoot his arms up there, and then you want to jump up here because oh yeah, I forgot. First time that actually happens, the water won't rise that much, but he will send his maniacs after you. And yes, I have finally learned how to pronounce that properly, or I may be pronouncing it wrong, and it may be actually manic, like I said the first time. I'm pretty sure it's not, though. Either way, You can either laugh at me in the comments or not really. Your choice. And I don't mind if you do. I mean, it is pretty funny, just this guy refusing to get the right way to pronounce something over and over and over and over again. Yeah, so generally the tactics of these is go in close combat with them if you want, and you have enough level warframe and stuff. It really, really doesn't matter. As you can see there, I was able to melee them to death. In fact, these are some of the slowest maniacs I think I've ever fought. Yes, Tail Regor, I'm dissing your prime specimen. What you gonna do about it? Shoot your fists? I don't care. I got a shotgun. And a cat. That's all I need to beat you. Okay, so now after he's done that, you want to jump up here. Because he will smash the, he hasn't smashed anything. There's just water coming in. Anyway, the entire lower level will now be electrocuted, and you shouldn't go there for obvious reasons. You will die of electric damage. Yeah, so the reason why I'm using Mirage here is because four of you is better than one when facing Tail Regor and his maniacs. As you can see there, one of my clones just got them. Yeah, so generally for the fight, you want to bring preferably corrosive or radiation damage. Corrosive will reduce the armor on the maniacs and Tail Regor, and radiation is what Grineer are weak against. Also, if stuff refuses to spawn, try to walk generally over here. That will usually make it spawn. For some reason, Tail Regor is just refusing to spawn. Oh, I guess it wasn't. He was just waiting a little. Yeah, so generally with my shotgun, I think I've checked it deals around about 3,000 damage per hit. And, so yeah, weapons like that are really good for beating Tail Regor and the maniacs, because as you can see there, I was able to just kill it in a few shots. So yeah, he's actually not really that hard, and now you can mess around with his dead body if your weapon is blast damage like mine has, and just knock it around for fun. Quite disrespectful, actually. Yeah, so that is generally how you beat him. Not that hard if you know what you're doing. Don't try to the low level frame and such, though. You would probably get your ass handed to you, as in those first videos in this tutorial series. But then there is the hard part, and that is luck and RNG. You basically have to hope that you get the right parts. Because the warframe you're trying to get Equinox, you need to basically build 2 warframes to get it. Oh, I didn't know those guys could actually drop the boar. Well, now you know that as well. And once you have finished building both parts, you will need to, after that, you will need to buy the actual warframe blueprint and then build it. Which means it takes about 7 days, because it takes 3 days and 3.5 days to build each of the different maybe even more, maybe even around 8 days, because it takes around 3.5 days to build each of the different pieces, and then you also need to combine them to combine all the pieces to make the 2 different halves of the warframe, and then you're going to need to combine that to make a regular warframe. So this entire thing is basically like a super complicated cake recipe. Yeah, so if we just go into my miscellaneous, you can, and let me just try and find it somewhere in here. Yeah, here we are. Equinox Day Neuroptics Blueprint. So you have to get the Neuroptics for the night as well, which means 6 pieces. No, not 6 pieces in total. 8 pieces in total, because you also need the actual warframe blueprint. That's what makes this a nightmare to farm. My advice is do it when you're okay with just letting your brain kind of go into a well, not really dead state, but kind of you're able to just semi-daydream and kind of just doze off and let your brain kind of go into an off mode while you farm that kind of stuff. Because once you've learned how to beat Tail Regor, learned his moves enough, it will become pretty much muscle memory like it has to me at this point, and he won't really be much problem. Just turn on your favorite podcast and that kind of thing, and hope you get the right pieces. I also suggest doing this if you are ever low on credits, because each individual warframe part, and you'll be getting one each time, will sell for, I think, in fact, let me just check how much it sells for. I'm pretty sure it's 2,500 credits per part. So just two of those would get you a Warframe, I mean a Kavat DNA stabilizer or Kubra DNA stabilizer. Okay, I was wrong. I think some part, yeah, as you can see, some parts actually sell for a bit. Maybe they all sell for 3,500. Maybe they don't. I can't really remember. But you will be getting a lot of duplicates that you don't want, and then you'll be able to just sell them all for a nice profit. Kind of the same when you're doing void missions, because Harrow's chassis just drops over and over and over and over from the cropped enemies. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I really, really do wish you the best of luck on this, because RNG can just make you want to rip your hair out sometimes with this Warframe. It might take forever. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.